right, hello everyone. Welcome back to the WTP Analyst Desk. We have just witnessed two of the craziest sets we've seen all season 3 long, even across Academy, Pro, and Amateur. Kraken Warriors first matchup winning a best of 5 in game number 5 by 1 point against Tent Supremacy, and then losing in a best of 5 game number 5 against Symphony by 2 points. So some of the craziest things. And now we have Red Sun taking on Regular Gamers. So as we get these teams into the lobby, let's get a look at the playoff picture. Let's see if Google will actually let me update it. That would be great. Let me take us. Well, you know, it's not going to look like it's going to, but, you know, I'll just show the monitor view here. So, you know, a little scuff production, but that's fine. We'll get it updated instead. Here's where we're at right now. Red Sun with a win here, pretty much lock in playoffs because they've already beaten pretty much every other team here on the board unless Regular Gamers beat them and then somehow they lose to Symphony and Tent Supremacy. That would be very surprising. We're all predicting them to be number 3. They've only lost to Xylo and West Broadway, who are both 6-0 and 6-1. Then we have 4 other teams battling for the last 4th playoff spot. Tent Supremacy just got eliminated by Kraken Warriors. Kraken Warriors finishing up today. Next week they have to play Xylo, which is going to be really tough. Symphony, with the win today, actually keep their playoff hopes alive. The miracle run possible after an 0-4 start. They will have to face Red Sun and OO Gang. Regular Gamers also have a tough matchup. Red Sun here right now. If they beat them though, and maybe have a chance to beat West Broadway or win in weird tiebreakers, they have a shot, but they got to beat Red Sun here today. OO Gang, on the other hand, have to at least win against Symphony next week and maybe even somehow beat Xylo this week in their reschedule. So that's where we're at. Let's take a look at this matchup specifically. We got Regular Gamers taking on Red Sun. From what you guys know about these teams, German and Joe Ryan, who do you guys have in this matchup winning?
German.
Red Sun, 100%. I'm just going to say it, okay? Like, I've seen Red Sun, how they played, like, after, because, like, I'm saying it on stream, I was the captain of Red Sun, like, months ago, but, you know, after I left, and, you know, I'm seeing them play in tournaments, and here right now, like, I've seen, like, Red Sun grow as, like, a better team, and I'm super proud of them. Like, I am, as, like, the former captain of Red Sun, I am proud. And, Jorian, do you have any of them?
Well, basically, I can maybe say some opposition, but I have to agree with you with Red Sun definitely might take the victory. Because for Regular Gamers, they played WTP in the last season. They, if I remember, they got like 4th place, so they did pretty well in that. I think they only had some like upsets against Persistence and Bittersweet from last season, and maybe one other team, I don't know exactly. But really, from now, they definitely changed my view from 2 weeks ago when I commented them, and they got the win against Tent Supremacy. But against Red Sun, definitely this would be maybe another equal matchup. But really, I feel like Red Sun will have more of a chance to edge the win, maybe taking it to a game 4 instead of a game 5 this time. Because right now, it looks like the stats are actually really equal, with Red Sun having more of the KO.
Yeah, I mean, Absolutely. It's not really that equal, though, because you got to also look at the spread average. While Regular Gamers have had a lot of close games, they still lose their games on average by negative 12 points, while Red Sun, even though they're 3-2, have been winning most of their games and by a spread of 15. So completely flopped there. I do have good news for Regular Gamers, though, and their fans. This is their most dominant lineup. They have Cosby, Tax, Time On, and Juno in for this game. And so that has been their strongest roster. When they have been in, they've had a better record when especially Time On has not been there. So they're bringing their best. They need a win here. We are ready for game number 1, so let's jump into it. Throw your predictions and your channel points. Let's get going. This game means everything for Regular Gamers. Let's see if they can take down this giant of Red Sun.
All right, here we go. Anchovy and Hisi, let's go. I'm ready for any of this. And I do want to see what Red Sun's comp here. And of course, yep, this is like, I would have to see a comp from Red Sun here. But I know Delta would mainly play Zap most of the time. But I think he's picking up the junior. So we'll see. I don't know much about regular gamers. So I would like to see how they play it. Like for the first time I see them.
Yeah, and at the same time, we do see that Red Sun has the Flash Shot Junior, they have the K Shot, they have the K Undercoat, which is not really same much in the meta, and they sit in the source, so they are playing the double armor comp. But inside of other games, you do have the missing Flames of War, they do have they have the armor, but they have the Flash Shot Pro, and they have the armor. And with that warrior,
unfortunate inkjet. Like I think it was Juno, yeah, that pulled the inkjet, but then Amir just said, "No, you're not pulling your inkjet. I'm gonna direct shot you in the face."
Yep, the better player has aim in that, and Amir has the better aim, and Cosby is really stuck in the sneak area. Well, really, despite it, well, Red Sun is just really having the tower overall. Them having the range as well.
Yeah, they're just, the Red Sun is just really getting all those pushes in, and they were just also getting close onto that last checkpoint though too. So this is like a good push for Red Sun here, like a remaining of 30. Like that's really good push. They had so much of their specials pulled out once they were in their enemy's plat. So whoa, that's just gonna be huge for them. And now we see Beam here on the K shot here, pulling out those missiles and calling them out, you know, where they are. Because like I gotta tell you, like Beam is such a really good slayer. Like he's like I've been around with him since I played Red Sun with them, and he's just really good, and he knows what he's doing as a slayer. It's just amazing things that Red Sun is doing, and I'm excited to see them play really well now as I played with them.
Yeah, and really just right now we see on the side of Franklin Garrett, see two something tower going on and on. Cast actually getting the kill. If they can actually get this flash up, they do not actually get this flash shot junior, and they have all along, so they missed the second checkpoint. And they got bumped Delta as well. So really that would be the end of the for they end up with 48.
Yeah, regular gamers really wanted to predict to get through that second checkpoint, but Red Sun's not letting them. So we see some specials coming out. So and I do love that inkjet spot on Anchovy. Like that's a really good spot to if you have an inkjet. But I think Amir is gonna go down as soon as there was two members of regular gamers was just sharking and then just waiting for the inkjet just to oh hello, and then just get splatted right there.
Yeah, and definitely with the miss aim going from Beam gets the victory, and actually regular gamers is going to get really touched right now with Red Sun actually going to the last checkpoint right now. They might be able to catch it, and actually one side down on each team, and actually might be able to get the final checkpoint now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Red Sun is doing really well to just keep on pushing. They're already at that last checkpoint, so they gotta at least get that last checkpoint. And if they do not get the knockout, then that's all they need. Red Sun just really wants to get through all those checkpoints and just get it over with.
Yeah, and they are again getting to the final checkpoint, but they're not really getting the pushover because the game is still having the lead.
Ooh, that bomb, unfortunate that Juno got splatted. But we see now, wow, I think this has been a long time I've seen Vertigo going with the Kunder. Oh, whoa, Joe Ryan, you saw that, right? That was just a save, but then gets unfortunate splatted by, I think it was a bomb. Vertigo, just like a miracle save.
That's what double armor can do for you. Basically, if you get knocked out on this tower, you can just bounce right back because you are almost taking the bounce back of armor. But still, 8 seconds left, and Red Sun definitely going to get the victory. 3, 2, 1, that's it.
Yep, yeah, that's going to be game. And Red Sun does take game 1 here with a knockout. Wow, Red Sun, I'm happy to see them play and commentating them. I'm just super happy in how they are playing. And if regular gamers, for me, if they have to if they want to kind of rethink here, because I know this is probably like their toughest matchup against them, and especially for Anchovy TC, it's like it's tough. Like the map in general. Like if one team is already at the plat and then get through past those checkpoints, then like it's just super hard to like how you're gonna like really just take them like the team out that's just pushing that tower. And like that's what Red Sun did. Like they got through that push with that tower all the way with those 3 checkpoints.
Yeah, and Regular Gamers had a good chance to get something going. They had a pretty good push almost back to the lead when they did get the ball rolling. So it definitely seems like Regular Gamers has a chance. But Red Sun is definitely, that's why we say they are our strongest, a third strongest team, is because their only losses are to West Broadway and to Xylo, some of the best teams in our league. And they've been pretty close against them. So Regular Gamers are up against a top team right here, and they're showing up, but they gotta stay alive. They gotta make a little more plays, and if they want to keep their playoffs hope alive, I feel like a win here against Red Sun would be even easier than next week when they play against West Broadway. So Joe, Ryan, how does Regular Gamers get into the series? How do they tie it up 1-1 here as we go to Rainmaker on Sturgeon?
Well, really, saying from this, Red Sun just had more of a aggressive power. They just kept on camping, and the same from what you said, Jeremy, with Beam having the Shining of Light being the Slayer. They mostly would need to knock out the Slayer is one thing, and have the armor, maybe knock out the armor a lot, but more or less they just need to have more of that aggressive power. They need to know who to kill, and they need, more importantly, map control, and they need to sneak.
Yeah,
that's really
I'm interested to see. Taimon has been dominating this season on the ball point, so it was really interesting to see him switch over to the splatter shot. And I'm wondering if Taimon now goes back to the ball point, or if we'll see Tax. We've seen Tax a lot on the Jet Squelcher here on Rainmaker, so it's going to be pretty interesting to see because I feel like game 1, that wasn't really the comp that we've seen Regular Gamers with this lineup run a ton. So maybe that was what just they practiced this week. That's maybe what they're feeling. I'm interested to see if they'll move back away from that and change back to their normal strategy on Rainmaker because they need a win here. Their season is starting to come down to the wire. It's starting to come down to the line. So they need a win here in game number 2. Let's see if they can grab it, or will Red Sun jump up on them 2-0. Let's jump into it and see some more action.
But yeah, another thing though I do want to say for Regular Gamers, like, they just got to shake it off, and like if they want to take out Red Sun, they got to focus on probably Beam, because like Beam is going to be probably the problem for them. So we'll just have to see from game 2 here. So and now we see, I think, some little changes here. So I think Vertigo subbed out for Tina's, which Tina is a brush main, I would say, for the matter of fact, as I know. So it seems though, I think Red Sun was able to get that first pop though. So and like I said, I think Luke did say that Tax will go back on that Jet Sculptures, in which he did. So we'll just have to see how this will kind of play out. But okay, I was about to say, because I kind of paused myself and I thought Tax was gonna die to that bomb right there, but that was just like, oh, pause champ. Anyways, but seems though everyone's still just like playing it all safe, and then we see mostly Red Sun just taking over mid control here. Here's Beam again, just really just up there and just fighting them, and with the 52. So now they have the Rainmaker. Oh, Joe Ryan. Okay, I want to say, how many matches have we seen they just like miss the jump in Rainmaker Sturgeon? Like, how many matches have we seen it? Like,
So let's say the truth. The match of that missing jump that has been all the matches so far, and more or less for the side of Regular Gamers, they are like what you said, but actually Red Sun having the advantage of having all the momentum and all the purchase, and having more aggressive power, and actually with the same about strong. Let's not forget about Regular Gamers, because with the set of the CJ, they are actually going back to the very competition from a few weeks ago.
But we do see regular gamers trying to kind of regain themselves though. Like they're gonna maybe get with a good push here if they do. So we'll just have to see and find out. Like look at this. Like we already see Juno already. Like they were also pushed up, but I think they were down. So. We just have to see, but Tax is still alive, but then goes down. So Tina was able to take them out. So we'll just, like, what are we gonna expect here if regular gamers if they're gonna maybe get like another push here if they maybe get a lead here and whoa
okay. Well, for Western, they just did a reset, so it might have been just a risky play to get it out, but wait, that might have been a little bit of a throw opportunity, because regular gamers are in the middle, so they can just go to sneak past the ball, and again, regular gamers has more with the range advantage, but they don't have the power of it. So
that fall off, I gotta pause you right there, because like that fall off on Adamir on that, like that, like I don't know if you saw it, because that was a fall off on the knot, though. Like,
True.
Sorry I paused you.
That's fine. I was about to say that fall off as well. That was actually a really good kill. But again, we see Tax with the CJ, playing with the Stingray, getting a kill, and that's a 2v2 situation right now. And we see Cosby, we see the CJ of Tax just only up together. But we do see Tina on the left side. Might be getting the thing, but Cosby finding that out. And they actually might be going for another right now. For regular gamers, they need to get out of the base. They need to find a way to get into the middle, and they need to do a map control. Because with that game, that's what we see. You're going to have in the lead.
At least for this though, like at least for regular gamers, they're playing like pretty much better as the last game that they had. Like the comp that they personally that they didn't had. So I don't know much, but you know they're kind of working themselves better from last match. So I think this could really work out for them if if they really start to take out maybe they're members of Red Sun. So we'll just have to see.
Wait, is that DC?
Oh, and we unfortunately do see a DC. So, and to the DC rules.
Wait, regular gamers. Wait a second, hold on.
Regular gamers are starting to push it, but they're gonna get the really get the lead. Oh my god!
Wait a second, they got the lead with the DC. Wait a second, this time a big momentum
shift. Okay, can we just say, like, I don't know who actually grabbed that Rainmaker, but like they were just able to sneak in and just take that Rainmaker and just get that lead. If I could say to regular gamers, if they're able to pull down and just hold that lead right there, and if they're able to defend it, then this could be huge for them. Like with this PC they have, they gotta defend it really well. They have to.
Again, they missed a jump. This is all basically on the seat to end time on with this matchup. With the incoming advantage right now, they're taking a long time, but actually, that's on. This might be really scary. They actually got the Rainmaker kill. This is possible.
This is really scary for regular gamers right now. They're having a little trouble here.
Yeah, and that's gonna be it.
I believe this is gonna be game here. Not enough. So, if regular gamers gonna try to like really like maybe get it back, but it's gonna be tough for them. It's really gonna be tough, and it's just only the C-Jet left, so like there's nothing really much. It's unfortunate a DC that just happened. So as for the DC rules though, you gotta play it out under probably, was it 3 minutes? Like
it was under 3 minutes. It was under 3 minutes.
Okay, so yeah, so they had to play it out then.
Yeah. But actually, really, just shout-outs to the Rainmaker carry at the end. That was really tight.
Yeah.
41.
If Luke was able to maybe like instant replay that, I don't know if he could, but like that was a really good play. And like I've seen some Rainmakers matches like that. Like if one member is that like that, they just like, oh YOLO, I will just take this Rainmaker and go.
Yeah, I mean it was such a good play by Tax because. Really, that was even after the DC. It was already a 3v4, and he found a way to sneak the Rainmaker so close and get the lead there. And then it's just so painful to be having to defend 3v4 for a minute and a half. It's so difficult. They almost did it. There's 3 or 4 chances they defended. Unfortunate for regular gamers because it feels like, man, maybe if Cosby didn't DC, it could have been a win to regular gamers, and now we're at a 1-1 set. I don't know. Obviously, in Rainmaker, anything could happen. Red Sun could have still won either way. But credit to Tax and Regular Gamers because they definitely could have still won that game, even in the 3v4. It's just a little unfortunate that Cosby DC'd. We'll see if they can get back into the lobby here and get ready for game number 3. Now, with Regular Gamers down 0-2, Joe Ryan, they're looking pretty good. They're looking like they're going toe-to-toe with Red Sun, but now in the 0-2 hole because of this DC. What do they do to win game 3 and get this momentum back?
So let's just say this. Let's just say this again. They need the break. They need to stand up. They need to get some water. They maybe need to go to the washroom because one of them might be stretching out because of that. Who knows? That could be all one of the issues. But really, it's because of Nintendo. But that problem can always just be a good momentum boost because what they need right now is the momentum shift. That's what happened in the last game. Literally, Kraken Warriors was down 2-0, but 270 because of the DC as well, and they got the 2 wins right after that. We can see this again right now, so it's possible. But really, Red Sun is having a lot of power advantages, but we do see Regular Gamers like every time they do get the 2-0, they get the 2 kills, they get the triples. They even got some wipes sometimes as well. So they have definitely have the power to fight against Red Sun. But really, what they need to do is the momentum shift.
Yeah, and it feels like, honestly, Regular Gamers are playing up to the level of Red Sun. I mean, I think Red Sun's been edging him out, and it feels like Regular Gamers has a really good chance here. It's going to be tough now that it has to come 3 in a row for them, but if I know anyone can do it, it is Regular Gamers because Cosby, last week in his interview, he's just one of the most stable, level-headed dudes. He's having fun. I think even right now, they're not, probably raging in their VC. They're probably still in a mental mindset that is a positive one because of Cosby. So if anyone can do it, I would put my trust in Regular Gamers to reverse sweep when they need it most. Is it going to be difficult? Would I bet on it? No. But I think if there was a team to pull it off here in the last moment like this, it would be something crazy coming from just a couple of Regular Gamers. So I'm excited to see. We are close to ready for game number 3. So Regular Gamers season not over if they lose this, but then they even have a harder matchup next week against West Broadway to get into playoffs. So they want to win this series right here, right now, needing a reverse sweep to do that. Let's see if they can pull that off, or will Red Sun put the nail in the coffin and lock their own playoff spot? Let's jump into game number 3.
Alrighty, let's go here. So the Snapper Canal Clams, I feel like if any of these teams are well coordinated and well, then they would do some good work if they're really well coordinated here. So, and I believe Delta is sitting out and Tina is still gonna play. So what do you expect how these teams are gonna play here, Jordan?
Well, we can see right now, Regular Gamers does have a full-on different competition with the Tri-Social Nouveau, all points foundling. We have Splash and we do still see the Archdraw, while on the side of Red Sun, we do see the NZAP, we see the Blush, we see the 10th Umbrella, and we see the Nautilus back again. And we saw in the first half a trade-off. And right now, with Regular Gamers having the first clam, they can just pop it up easy because Cosby actually started off the sneak.
Yeah, I could see what they're trying to maybe do here, but Tina was able to get that power climb, but no, that's not gonna stop them though. Like this is probably a defense by Red Sun. Like they're just watching over flanks and trying to get some sneaks if Regular Gamers are trying to do that, and that's what Red Sun are. They're really well coordinated, just to stop Regular Gamers from getting that push.
And then right now we do see Red Sun with the clam and they're going to pop it in. And let's see its defense Regular Gamers can actually fight it against, and it is working pretty well, but with the armor on, and with them having 0 clams, they're not going to be a really big push.
Yeah, at least for right now. So I think both of these teams, if Regular Gamers can maybe get a really good lead, then they just got to really rethink and not do the same thing again. Sometimes don't do the same thing as you did as for a push. Do something different that you can do something to make it work. That's how it's played for every single matches.
Yeah, and right now we do see Regular Gamers once again trying to go for this thing. That might be an issue for them, but it might be a total advantage because it looks like Red Sun is all in the base right now. And he actually gets the climb once again.
Yeah, and now we see regular gamers getting that second push, and now they do have 5 clans, but they just can't really get the scene to throw them in, and just unfortunate, really unfortunate.
Yeah,
But
it's really unfortunate timing.
But I could see for regular gamers, they can for sure maybe get a set here. They could probably win a game. Like for me, if I was regular gamers, they just gotta remember, know what how Red Sun is, how they play, and like look at that. Like look at how Red Sun is in. Like they're just well positioned, and we see regular gamers just really just trying to really defend it real, but we're just seeing so much things happening. But regular gamers, though, I could see them try to pull out if they like maybe a lead here if they can. Like which I would believe it.
Again, yeah, right now they are doing that. They are cracking the position every time. Like they're doing single piece by single piece. They are cracking the position. And for regular gamers, they really do just need another person on the clam, and then they can get the lead. But really, for right now, they will need to focus maybe on the big heavy hitters, and that would be the Celtics and the Bucks, to be honest.
Absolutely, yeah. As for that though, and we do see a jump here, so they're gonna get another push here. Our regular gamers, they do take the lead, in which they're gonna need more clams. Regular gamers do need to get more clams if they want to get a big lead, but that's not gonna do it because they're only 3 down, so it's just only the ballpoint left. So it's not over yet though, so like regular gamers can still pull this out and just maybe get another push and maybe things work here. I mean, we've seen some other sets like that too, so like I mean, for like once we saw on the Kraken Warriors, like that one game we saw that their junior just just going in and just throwing that power climb, even though it was just like, you know, Kraken Warriors favorites. But we do have a minute left though. Now Duran, what do they got to do now if regular gamers really want to really just play it well and not let Red Sun score?
Well, second handing on the back, they have Almo right now, and Taimon just popping up, saying the 4 kills while you were on your little banter that whole time. Taimon really is showing his support, and with the armor up right now, they can just do the push, and with the Veil actually telling that's actually kind of taking it for them. But they can just pop in the clamp by just doing a big overpowerment. But with the jump, this might be a big issue. They need to camp the jump, and that'll be it. And then basically will have the lead. But with all the pressure going on right now on the gamers, if it's not having any elite power grab, this might be a bad time.
And that's going to give Red Sun the lead here. So they got to stop Red Sun for throwing clams. Regular gamers need to like really prevent it. So I think, yep, we are going to go straight to overtime. So regular gamers, what are they going to think? What do they got to do and respond, and what they got to do here, Ryan?
If Junior can pull this off, this will be a big message coming out right now. But really, Junior is on time right now, and he pulls it off.
And they do. And there's 2 members down on Red Sun, so this could be maybe the push here. Is it going to be over yet? We don't know. There's 2 members down.
There's one time
I'm so scared. There's only 1 member.
He did it. Time on with the clutch. Time on once again. Time on bringing the win to regular gamers, giving it to 2-1.
Oh my god. Really well played by regular gamers here. Like, I know for sure, I don't know much regular gamers. They're not giving up yet. They really want to keep this match and set going. They're not letting Red Sun 3-0 them. So
that was insane. That looked impossible. I mean, what the heck just happened? I mean, there was 3 people up on Red Sun there to defend, and somehow regular gamers, they didn't even get the kills. They were able to throw in an extra, 6 or 7 clams. They should not have gotten that lead. That was one of the craziest clam blitz wins I've seen. That was just very odd because I feel like Red Sun had the defense there. They were ready. They knew what was going on, and yet regular gamers somehow make that miracle happen. So we're going to game 4. I wish game 5. Maybe we're gonna get game 5.
Maybe if you guys, all to the regular gamers out there, then this is probably your maybe chance if we get a game 5 here. If regular gamers do pull this one out, which I believe we're going to do. Manta Maria on SWAT zones, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And really, for right now, for Regualr Gamers with that last match, literally, like Clan vs. Sub Canal being game 3, anything could happen in that game. That's literally the most match. That's the most mapping mode for chaos, and we saw today that is the most insane map for chaos, and we saw a momentum shift from all those maps, giving it to game 5. So we can see this happening again. And really, with Red Sun, if they can get the next win, they'll get the set. But Regualr Gamers, if this momentum shift is going to go from like the last set, they get this win, they're going to game 5, and yeah, it might be possible. And also, by the way, I want to shout out for predictions. Red Sun with a 69% win rate. Prediction.
69. Funny number.
Of course.
Yeah, that's it. We have to say it.
Enough about that. Oh man.
Oh,
All
my
right.
God.
Well, Regualr Gamers season not over if they lose this, but again, we say it would look pretty rough. So looking to push us to game 5. I've been impressed by them so far. They did lose that game 1, but only lost game 2 mostly because of that DQ. So who knows? They're looking like they can take Red Sun to a game 5. Of course, Red Sun still 2 chances to win this and lock their own playoff spot in. Let's get back into the action. Regualr Gamers versus Red Sun, game number 4. Jumping right in.
All right, let's go. I'm expecting what to see here. Like, I mean, for the matches that we had on the Manta Maria zones, like, it isn't really much I didn't focus this time. So it seems though Amir changed to Mini instead of Nautilus this time, which I think this will be probably a better pick than for the Nautilus. So like Mini will probably be a wise choice.
Well, Mini does have the tentameters, so it could be more or less the any spread spam. At the same time, the Red Sun does have a weapon chase up near Splash, and you do still have the Tentavella, but they have the armor, but they have the hammer bridge this time, and they do have the armor. But on the side of Regualr Gamers, they have the Junior, they have the Ballpoint, they have a change of the 52 gal Kent edition, and they have the most known cosplay roller.
Yeah, absolutely here. And we see 2 members down on Red Sun, so we'll just have to see if Regualr Gamers have to pull this out. But they did not cap the zone, and now they do. So as I also predicted on the Spot Zone's Manta Maria, and now I actually get to see a ballpoint here now finally. Because like if you have once you have the ballpoint here and like in your own enemy's plat, like I feel like that would be a huge thing if the ballpoint was just more of watching just the bunker there.
But Berkeley getting a double though.
And there's 3 members down on Red Sun, so this is a push here by Regualr Gamers.
And really for Regualr Gamers right now, Juno is still having the good defense on the left of the zone. Really just holding it up tight, but all of it's on basically going the same route. They're just trying to find a way to crack it, but Regualr Gamers this time having the good position, and they really can't be cracked right now. But with the armor, that could be another story.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like if I was Red Sun and or by Regualr Gamers, then like this is just all of like a paint fighting specials and team fights. Like this is what I saw from like the beginning. So and we see I think Beam was just and we see whoa, unfortunate.
That's a team DC. That was a team DC.
A team DC.
Wait a second. No,
wait a second.
That's that's a remake right there. I've never seen one.
Luke, what have you done?
I have no idea. Admir by himself gets the win. Just kidding. That's definitely not going to be a win. For some reason, 7 people. I would. It makes sense if like 8 people DC'd, but 7 people DC. How does that make sense?
What?
Admir's just right now jumping around having fun by himself. That's gonna be a reset. Yeah.
Thank God.
Okay, thank God. I don't want this to be over. I really don't. That's just unfortunate that mostly everyone DC'd except for Admir from Red Sun. What the heck was that?
But
unexplainable.
We can say in the end
hates us. Nintendo just said, nope, ain't playing this one.
And in the end, Admir is just Adamir is the king.
Literally, Nintendo, we pay $20. Hello?
Hello.
Like we pay $20 and you're expecting us to DC like that?
Yeah.
Come on.
Red Sun doesn't win the game, but Admir wins the game. Admir by himself has a 1-0 record in season 3.
Yeah, just regular game was 1, Red Sun 2, and Mia 1.
Oh my gosh, it's silly. Well, while we get everyone back in the lobby, just want to say thank you to the last few follows. We got you guys, I think, Splash X, Catzilla, and Cool Blaster. So thank you guys for the follows, getting us closer to our goal of 600 by the end of season 3. Thank you for making the dream come true. But man, oh man, that was kind of a crazy DC. I've never seen anything like that. I've seen a host DC, but 7 people all of a sudden disconnect. That was pretty whack. But all in all, to be fair, even though we are going to reset that game, it doesn't feel too bad because it felt like that game was pretty back and forth, pretty close. It didn't feel like anyone had a super big advantage. So we do have to reset, which is always a bummer, but at least it wasn't like a huge bummer where one team felt like they, probably got ripped off more than the other.
Well, really, it might be like that, but it might just been an upset for 1 to 2 teams because we did see that both teams was having good momentum, like for both sets, and really with the side of regular gamers, they were having the good overpowerment on Red Sun, and for Red Sun, they were having the good armor composition. They were cracking the regular gamers at that point, and then just at that minute mark, just boom, DC, and really that would have been. Everyone must have been pissed off during that time, but Admir really just at that time might have just been just playing a bit for fun. To be honest,
Admir with the perfect internet, he's paying Nintendo off secretly under the table and has direct access to. I don't know. Let's just reset the game. All the members are back. They are ready to go. So let's just jump straight back into game number 4. Fingers crossed. Come on, Nintendo, give us some stable connection this time around, please. Oh please, let's get a good clean game number 4.
Absolutely. Let's go. Our replay. Let's go. Everyone's going to play the same comps, I assume. Yep. All right.
So
let's hope things will go better this time instead of that DC we just saw.
yeah, again, no changes, the same competition, maybe the same amount of power, but everyone's going to have a different mindset now because they played 3 minutes of the first set, so this is just a continuation of that. So they know what they're going to do next, unless one of them might do an oddball. But for right now, we do see Red Sun just having the power advantage, while regular gamers is more or less staying all together. And with 1 down, this might be the starting issue of the downfall.
Absolutely, yeah. And like you said before, like same comps are always going to be the same, but yeah, different mindsets is going to be different. So like after they played that one, so they're going to really play it so differently now. So again, this might be a little tough for maybe regular gamers to maybe play this out here. And the hammer though, that hammer though.
Yeah, that hammer though, just doing hammer things. But really for right now, we do see that Red Sun has been just camping the whole middle, and regular gamers has been just getting picked up 1 by 1.
Yeah, and it's going to be tough for regular gamers to kind of come back here. But if they try to pull things off and cap zone here, then I think they could try to do that. And I think they could.
Yeah.
They just got to take on the most important members that's on Red Sun. They got to do it. And
yeah.
So far though, we see just back and forth with just as we're seeing right now. So still Red Sun still to hold the zone, but 2 members are down. So this could be regulars. Maybe it's time to maybe cap the zone now. They got to do it if they want to get the penalty on Red Sun here, but that's not going to stop them though. But 2 members are down, but they do. Regular gamers do get the zone finally after having a hard time just to get back, get back with it. So maybe regular gamers can try to pull something here. Oh, I don't know if you saw that right there, but that fall off on the ball point though, holy moly. I was like, I think I saw, I didn't know if the ballpoint saw that there were shark in there, so I was like, okay, they're trying to do maybe smiling fall off things. Okay, I see you.
Hammer doing hammer things once again, but actually trying almost a miss because of the shield. But actually, that didn't really matter because Red Sun got the zone, but Red Sun is going to get it right back. But in a couple of seconds now, maybe not actually because of the missile. But for right now, regular game is still having the zone being neutral, but Cat actually coming out here, going for a sneak, maybe getting a kill, but more or less just try to play more defensive. And they want to stay middle. That's the only way to actually keep the victory right now.
Absolutely, yeah. If I was Red Sun right now, like, and as like how well positioned regular gamers are, they're just like super well positioned, and they're just really just playing things out. And now we see Beam having that bomb rush out and trying to get the zone back here. So we see Delta already down. Like, what, I don't know what to expect if Red Sun has to do some kind of pushes, but there are 2 members down on regular gamers, so Red Sun can just take this zone for free now. Like, we'll just have to see. It's like, it's still neutralized. Like regular gamers are not giving up on the zone, so.
Again, really just challenge the time on really that whole time. It's been taking out on the zone and really doing so much power on there that really they helped with regular gamers to keep the zone. And it's the same with Juno having the multiple kill game in the middle. And really for right now, Red Sun is again back to the base and they're trying to figure out a way to really just crack out and get to the zone once again.
Yeah, and then we see the armor out. So, and now Vertigo holds out that hammer. Like, I'm expecting to see what things out going here. Now we have 50 seconds left on the timer, and there's 2 members down on regular gamers. So maybe Red Sun can take the zone back, and which they do. Which I know Red Sun does have that big penalty they have after that huge push at the beginning, though. So if there's anything that happened, what would you think that anything could happen? Like, I know anything could happen in any of these matches here with these 2 teams.
Yeah, and then right now they just need to get the good kills. And right now Cosby getting the kill on the mini with pretty good advantage with time on. They're being alive, almost getting killed by the Brella, but still getting the zone. Really, for regular gamers, they need to focus on the zone. They need to play defensive, and they don't want anyone in mid. And really, from that, they can kill the penalty and they can get the win. Because they've won the zone crack from Red Sun.
The Cosby able to get that pick on Beam there. Like,
Let's see.
Right, we'll just have to see if things will work out for regular gamers. But Amir does go down, so we could potentially see a game 5 here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll just have to see. And we do hammer out. Oh no! There's so much happening right now. We don't know what's gonna happen. There's still painting, but it's going to be over. It is over.
Red Sun getting the win.
Red Sun taking that win. Wow, that was, I gotta say, great job by both teams. And I'm happy and excited to see regular gamers trying to really do well so far. Like that, the regular gamers was like, I can't really tell by their comp though. Like that was just like, really,
they play their own comps, man. They make it up as they go. That's what regular gamers has always done. And to be fair, it almost worked out. It was such a close match there at the end. Really, regular gamers dominated that game for 3 minutes. It was just the first minute they could not get back into the zone. They were desynced on their spawns, and Red Sun got that first initial almost 90 points right off the bat, making it so hard for regular gamers to get back in there. But they almost pulled it off. Cosby was popping off there at the end, getting so many picks trying to defend with that roller. And unfortunately, it came up just a few points shy of pushing us to a game 5. That was so dang close, though.
Yeah, it was mere seconds to a game 5. Honestly, shout out to the game is almost getting the end, but it just at the end, really, with Cosby not getting that hammer kill, that was really weird. For not getting the hammer kill, but that would have been really crucial to get it, and they could have get the lead there. But in the end, for regular gamers, they did the best. They made it to an overtime, really, with that whole momentum shift, and with the DC as well. So really, with that, they were really close, and they had like a momentum shift. But in the end, Red Sun just cracked it, and they got the win.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It is unfortunate. I mean, congrats to Red Sun. They definitely deserve the win here, but they do lock in their playoff spot, so we'll have plenty of time to talk about them moving forward. It does feel heartbreaking for Rayleigh Gamers because now the situation they are in is essentially if you don't beat West Broadway Grillers next week, who has only lost to Xylo, then you're out. And it feels rough for Rayleigh Gamers because honestly, seeing them play against Red Sun here today, it feels like to me, just eyeball test, if you weren't looking at the record, it feels like Rayleigh Gamers is the 4th best team in the league. But because of some of their earlier losses in the league to week 1 Kraken Warriors when they had their full roster, and then week, I think 2 or 3, they lost to OO Gang because they didn't have their full roster. So it just feels like, man, Rayleigh Gamers are so close to making playoffs, but now it's seeming so difficult because you're going up against the 2nd best team in the league next week to try to make it into playoffs.
Absolutely, yeah.
So we'll see. GG's to both teams, and definitely congrats to congrats to Red Sun. You will be making the playoffs here at this point. I don't think any team can beat you, even if you throw the last 2 games at the end of the season. I think you still will have tiebreaker. So congrats to Red Sun. They have earned it. They still look like the 3rd best team in the league so far.